Hey, did you know that the studio that animated also animated? So yeah, we're gonna talk about it today. So I always wanted to talk about the D4DJ show for a while now. Mostly because it's an EDM themed show, and as an electronic music nerd, this show hits all the right spots. From the banger music to all the gears and softwares they subtly reference. Holy shit, is that a f***ing Moog? God, they bought Ableton the next day. Holy shit, they used Cubase. They animated the DJ set correctly. And also, because of the animation. There is a lot to talk about, but I'm going to keep this video short because school sucks and I don't want to leave my feet hanging for too long. And also because I have this big project that I'm working on, but no, we're not spoiling that one just yet. So, without further ado, let's! So, you probably know this as the TheFatRat's TikTok meme show. And you know, that's completely fine. I'm not mad. What do you mean? I'm not mad at anything. Actually, let's start from there. Right off the bat, we're introduced to these four main characters, which also had some interesting animation techniques and framing. The very cute but intimidating feel comes from the fact that the camera is very low, put relatively close to the subject, and had a fisheye wide-angle lens. This made us feel incredibly close to the subject, but also seem extremely small compared to these beautiful asses, which I'm going to introduce later. This short intro would then be followed with the characters jumping in celebration, the title card, a few flashy effects, and then the girls inviting you to the main verse of the song. The style of this segment is what I can only describe as striking. This paper cutout effect, the pastel palette, vibrant colors signifying how lively this group is, and also just how bouncy everything is in general, followed by a transitional segment which introduced the characters briefly, Muni, Rei, Maho, and Rinku, which would then followed by a bit I'm just going to play out. I think that segment sums up why they use CG and approve of the fact that they know what they're doing. The framing, the camera movements, the lighting, the actual movement of the characters. It's very much a well-rounded showcase of what this show is good at. The opening sequence would then continues with similarly striking and flashy visuals. After the two spinning discs and Mooney slamming that drum pad, we transition again into a more traditional idolish segment, one could say. Just honest dancing, even the music starts to become a bit more idolish. This is one of the more normal segments in the opening, and I think it's a welcome addition. This introduces us to the actual general aesthetics of the show. After this, the camera zooms in into each of the characters. What was before an intimidating look from a tiny perspective to us flying through them dancing. This is a nice contrast to what we had before, followed by a big drone shot, a transition to a disc spinning, and then the final title card. This is just the opening and you can tell how much I have to say about it. Each bit is carefully designed to introduce ourselves to what this show is, what the characters are, and their overall vibe, with careful consideration over the general characterization of the whole thing. You might have noticed that I haven't talked about the music yet, but that's because it deserves its own little segment. PandaBoy stole the show. His expertise shows throughout this piece. A combination of multiple genres, with a smooth transition between all of the segments. It also perfectly encapsulates what this show is about. Just DJs having a grand old time with everyone. If you have the time, go check out the full version of the song. It is full of small little surprises like this. And may I suggest checking out his other works. One in particular is the Hololive Meets PandaBoy Remix Collection, which, as you might expect, 3 of Hololive songs remixed by him. It's honestly very bang, y'all should check it out, I swear. Actually, about that, I wonder where he got that sample from. Anyway, so the show was at its place in Yoba Academy, a school which focuses on fostering art and music. DJing is in fact a well-respected art form here, and there's even multiple DJ venues inside the campus. Speaking of the campus, just take a look at it for a moment. Just look at it. In said school within lies multiple DJ groups called units that does live shows in the venues, and some of the units are pretty well known in their respective fields. Enter Rinku. She just moved back to Japan from Africa. She has a bit of a literal monkey brain. She just got transferred into this school. She doesn't know anything about what the school is good at and even less so about DJs in general. But one day she heard this heart-pounding beat played by a certain DJ for that day through the school's intercom. It moved her so much she immediately rushes to try and meet the person whom played that music. In the process, she met Maho, a calm and collected girl who really just wants to go back home and die. She knows a thing or two about DJing but never further than that. But seeing just how energetic and bouncy this Rinku girl is, she can't help herself but to explain what she is doing. One thing led to another, and now Rinku is asking Maho how does one actually do performances. This stumped her for a bit because she never did any, but again, seeing just how passionate Rinku is to this, she went out of her way to figure things out. Together. That's more or less how it starts. They met a few people along the way, 2 more people to join in on their team. A childhood friend, Muni, which is just a sassy, smug, almost tsundere-ish girl that has very obvious superiority complex. And also Raine, which, if I were to explain it to someone, would be a cross between Mio and Mugi from K-On! And has more character depth than those two could ever have. She is a shy person, extremely talented, but never really shown that side of her to anyone else. Until she met Rinku and her friends, after which she was invited to perform together on stage. She relented at first, but then she decides to just wing it and face her fears. She is still shy, but she is more open to people now, more willing to be invited, to chat with for example. She also came from a filthy rich family, sometimes shocking her friends by the sheer luxury that this woman has. Despite her modest appearance, this background of hers almost spoiled her a bit. She is unfamiliar with the lives of the peasants. She did not know that normal people don't casually get Wagyu A5s for dinner every day. But this never made her arrogant. In fact, this led her to want to learn more about her friends, trying to understand them the best she could. And in the process, she found out that she actually likes cheap supermarket instant foods. So those 4 people, Maho, Rinku, Muni, and Raine, formed a unit, aptly named DJ Mesh and Rinku with video only plus Reito Getsu. That was too long for everyone, so they shortened it to Happy Round, or Happyara, for short. Based on the funny phrase Rinku keeps chanting to herself when she's hyper. Happy Round is only one out of the many units in this school, and one out of the 6 units in the D4DJ franchise, and one out of the 3 units in the D4DJ First Mix show. The other 2 is Picky Picky, which is like the school's good boy, everybody's favorite unit, and Photon Maiden, a corporate, agency-driven unit, which had a much more well-manufactured feel to it. The latter part of the show talks about the dynamics between the 3 units, how they interact with one another, coming from vastly different backgrounds. And honestly, despite the number of casts here, I think it does an amazing job at making each interaction feel personal. It doesn't feel rushed out, and it really does help you understand where each character is coming from. It feels thorough is what I'm saying. That's one of the criticisms I had for D4DJ's sister series, Bang Dream. Specifically the season 2 of the anime. There are too many bands in there, and at times it really does feel like the 30 ensemble characters are just fighting for screen relevance. Guys, please make an Afterglow standalone show already. First Mix's 3 featured groups feel well rounded. Everyone played a part. And in the end, I can't help but to feel proud of everyone. Their hard work pays off in a way. Which leads me to the performances. This is the perfect time to talk about the visuals. A thing that will definitely cause a divide in the Red Sea, not especially because it's CG anime, a bit of a dirty word in the industry. So to simplify things, I am just going to put my own thoughts on the table. This is my video, and I get to pick what I want to say. So, Sanzigen is a studio I've been watching closely since the day I learned about their works in Bandari. The way they did stylish CG animation caught my attention. If I were to explain it in one word, I would say that their CG style is distinct. Dare I say brave at times.
That's 2 words.
The fact that they worked on Bandari at all is fascinating. A style with such distinct, vibrant, and honest-to-God shiny colors. Hey. D4DJ is a lot more conventional, I'd say. It's still shiny, slightly desaturated still, but it's a lot more in line with other school slice of life shows. While this made the show's aesthetic much less unique, if you want to say it that, it is safe to say that the style is a lot more polished. That's the general look of the show. And now, the animation. It's really expressive. There's a reason why the death threats meme is even a meme. It inflicts so many emotions in such a short time. The whole show is just filled with little moments like that. Moments that implies that yes, the rigging team did their job and the animation team is having too much fun. Another point I wanted to mention is the fact that Sanzigen is a hybrid 3D and 2D studio. When the 3D models and rigs don't capture enough of an emotion, they used extra 2D drawn flare effects to accentuate their expression. This goes beyond the smear frames, even animated a hand-drawn mouth on top of a 3D shape just to get the point across. At some point it feels like they even warped the actual model renders to accentuate the movements more, but just setting down the keyframes is not the end of the process. You might notice that despite using 3D animation, the show moves much like how a 2D show is animated. They don't just stylize how the thing looks, they also stylize how the thing moves. The keyframe they use is fairly minimal. They aren't afraid to use still frames, and if you pay close attention, there is a lot of it. This is not a bad thing, however, as again their intention is to emulate how a traditional show is animated. Pay attention to a so-called quote-unquote normal show, especially on the calmer, slice-of-lifey bits. You can see that still frames are used all over the place when the character is not moving. This is simply a nature of how animation works, as drawing such a minute movements will usually result in unwanted jitter. This has a byproduct of accentuating the movements they did have. It gives the animation a bit of a, dare I say, personality. Usually in 3D animation, everything is a lot more lifelike. Nothing stood still, as even breathing will make something change shape. Mess this up and it would look like, well, a freeze frame. Unless you're not going for a strictly lifelike animation, which is what the animation style of T4TJ is, and I love it. It's honestly pretty refreshing, I'd say. Framing. Sanzigen ways of framing is something that caught my eye ever since their Bubuki days. Although they animated in 3D, the way they frame things still respects how a normal 2D animation is framed. They didn't rely too much on fancy camera movements. The actual 3D camera in most cases doesn't actually move, except when necessary. Most of the time they use direct cuts instead of camera moves. For simple noodle pans, they usually just set the camera field of view to be wider than the final resolution, and just cropped it in. This makes for an interesting effect where it helps reduce the uncanny look that happens when the camera gets too close to a 3D subject, and this helps making the thing feel a bit more familiar. Another aspect of their animation which I wanted to talk about, motion capture. They used motion capture for the dance scenes. How do I know? They literally credited the motion actors. Yeah, that's how I know. So why did I brought this up? Well, I just think it's neat that they can integrate the mocap data with the style that they're after. The whole process, from the initial capture to the final cleanup. Heck, even before that, the choreography and the rehearsals. If you don't know already, raw mocap data never really looks good. A lot of cleanup needs to be done to even make use of it. And the fact that they not only need to clean the data up, but also to make it look good with this style of animation, it honestly deserves a bit of an appreciation. I think it helps the animators get the job done. Gets them 50% of the way there, I'd reckon. It's not a get out of jail free card, it still needed a lot of manual adjustments, but it does help. Give them some slack, okay? These animators are already tired. Any and all workflow optimizations are welcome, I'd say. The performance animations to me are generally the highlights of the show. It embodies the result of what the characters has been working towards. Everything from the lights, the stage designs, the choreography. Again, it really did make me feel like I'm proud of what the characters went through. This feeling of, well, general payoff basically. The performance scenes are just eye candy. A good one of that. Well, because it's a form of dessert of sorts. Something to just cap off whatever drama that just happened prior. Just the girls having the time of their life with each other. It's nice. I like it. Alright, I've been praising the visuals on this for like 6 minutes now, but I gotta be honest, that generic character model doesn't look good. I can't defend that. Also, there is a few characters that aren't important enough to get a 3D model, but are too important to be using a generic model for, and honestly, this is one of the bits of Sanzigen's work that I'm still not too fond of. They redeemed themselves with that psychotic polka MV though, that shit's great. On all levels, honestly. Okay, I just need to let y'all know. Yes, I am fully aware about Studio Orange, and we'll get to them when the time comes, okay? Cool. And so that's D4DJ First Mix, a show about a bunch of aspiring DJ artists just trying to get together and live. It's super fun and a hell of a vibe. And the character moments are honestly pretty heat too. The song is pretty fire, and the show itself makes me feel good. It contains a surprising amount of insight about how to interact with friends and also just music in general. The way Maho explained what a BPM is on the first episode gets me gears rolling. This show panders to me alright, it gets my niche too closely if you know what I mean. An amazing amount of attention has been given to make sure that they did that part right. The team is truly passionate about the subject matter, and that's why I like it. I'd recommend it to anyone that likes music, likes anime, or likes to live a good experience. Oh yeah, one last thing. So in the show there is the very important song to happy around, the one they played at their first show together. It's their remix of Kibun Joujou. It is heaps wholesome and also just a very nice song in general, very upbeat and gets me in the mood, you know. I also love how Naoki just sat there and just hecking stealing the show. I mean, come on man, you don't have to go that hard. So the other day I watched your boy Gongming, which while it is kind of related to EDM, to my utter dismay, it is not actually about DJs, instead it's just more about EIKO singing, which is fine I guess, I'm only slightly disappointed. Still a pretty baller show though. Anyway, I watched the first episode and got to the ED, and imagine my surprise when the first time I listened to this, it literally made me jump. It was a sight to see that two almost completely unrelated shows reference the same song. A song that I can only assume is at least kind of important to the DJ culture in the great lands of Nihon. So I originally wasn't going to mention anything about the game here because well, it's just another gacha rhythm game. But as I spent more time with it for this project, I found out that the game has a surprising amount of depth to it. Like a lot of it. And I feel like it is interesting enough for me to talk about, but this video has been lingering on for too long. Talking about it here would add another 20 minutes explaining what the game is. So yeah, I may or may not make a part 2 to this, I don't know. Also, Double Mix is pretty cool. I love Rika. Nagisa is pretty cute. Although I should point out that this one requires a lot of prerequisite knowledge about the game story. So yeah, for now just watch D4DJ First Picks. It's literally free on YouTube, you have no excuse.